They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. Welcome to Tabletop Topics. I'm your host, Jeff.
And of course, Jeff. Guys, if you want to catch our episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. And if you want to catch our ugly mugs on Wednesdays and Fridays, we are on YouTube, one word, Tabletop Topics. We also have our Triple T's Clips channel and our TikTok channel. So if you want to click on those clips, hit the link. It'll send you to our full podcast. And we also have timestamps. So that'll be easier for you to click on the specific piece that you want to watch the video on. And we've been uploading a lot of recent videos thanks to our new editor, Vic. Shout out to you again.
Shout out, Vic.
And we've been getting a lot of traction on them, so that's very awesome. So hopefully the more we can get, the more people can listen to either the podcast or visually watch it on YouTube. And
help us grow.
Yeah, help us grow. And that's what we're trying to do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. So if you guys have anything that you want to add in the comment section that we could maybe talk about or bring up the topics, let us know. But I know you're off camera. You were asking me.
We got into a topic on dreams or something.
Yeah. It's weird because somebody of my stature barely remembers my dreams. So this was very interesting that I actually remembered it. And it was weird because it just kind of jumped.
Do you think you're waking up? Are you tapping into the universal consciousness?
I think it's finally happening.
Oh, man.
I am halfway there.
You're halfway there. No, I feel like you just took a peek into that.
I just took a peek. I think it's because I finally got...
Because then it goes into, like, lucid dreaming.
It
like
does.
Me, I can lucid dream on command. Well, I can daydream like a motherfucker, but I can lucid dream like a motherfucker too.
Well, I mean, if you look at your art, I always say sometimes, and you always tell me, because I always say, man, Jeff, I would like to peek into your mind, and you're like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
And then I look at your art, and I'm like, damn.
Only time I get rest is when I'm asleep, and I rarely dream when I'm asleep.
I got you.
I'm usually dreaming when I'm awake. And that's tough because it's hard to focus on shit.
Yeah, but when you told me that you dream, you actually write down your dreams.
Yes, if I do. Yeah, if I do, like, actually have a vivid dream, I'll write everything down.
Yeah.
I'll write everything down. Because, like, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Some aspects of that dream might play out in my life.
And so far, you've only just remembered a couple or a few?
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy?
Well, if you think skyhooks isn't crazy enough. Yeah. I mean, like, skyhooks terrorizing people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Oh, man, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, man, that's a good thing, though. Like, especially when you start remembering your dreams. Like,
yeah, and you just suggested write them down. So when you write them down, you'll actually because they might mean something later on in my life or something to come. But just to interpret the dream, it was like I was in New York City and I was driving down the road and literally every single building in New York City was on fire and I was just like speed racing through the flames. It's not like something was chasing me or anything like that.
You just kind of became conscious in that setting.
So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like the entire city is in flames and I'm sitting there trying to escape it. So
were you afraid? Did you feel fear?
No, there was no fear. Like I didn't wake up sweating or anything like that. I was just trying to understand what it was. Because you know me, literally, I'm like an adrenaline junkie. So if it's like dangerous, it's like, yeah. So for me, it was like, let me escape the flames. But it's not like I was freaking out. It was literally, that's why I was driving through them. You see what I'm saying? So the flames of the building was on the side, but it was reaching the streets. So I had to drive right through it. And then for some reason it literally jumped from that to me being outside the city and meeting this character or this person that was in the gang, and he said, "I'm part of the Q squad," and I'm like, "Huh? The Q squad?" Like I said it like that, and me knowing what.
Boy, you gonna rile up all them QAnon motherfuckers, bro.
I swear.
Q met me in the dream.
That's what he's like. I'm part of the. He's like, I'm part of.
Yo, stop,
He's
man.
like, I'm repping Q squad. I'm like, what's Jeff? Keep in mind, I knew what he was talking about, but I was playing stupid. So I'm like, what do you mean repping Q squad? And he's like, never mind, man.
That's
and then
wild.
I woke up like that. That was it. I mean, in the span of 9 p.m. when I went to sleep to when I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning. That dream was that short, but look how many hours it took.
Yeah, that's true.
So for me,
that's the thing. Like when you're dreaming, it's not your perception of time isn't
different.
Yeah,
which is the Inception.
Because like when you dream, that's like a flash in your brain.
Yeah,
it's like if you were to do like a brain scan, and kind of monitor the brain activity of someone who's dreaming.
Yeah.
What's that called? Like REM, rapid eye movement.
REM sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. And like someone who's actually dreaming, the dream only lasts like 10 seconds. But like the activity lasts for like a short period of time, but in your dream it's like a lifetime.
It's like a lifetime or hours, which is why when we watched the film Inception, they said the deeper you go into a dream, the longer time lasts, but it feels like no time passes at all.
Right.
So, well, and it's like when outside of it, a lot of time passes. So when you dream, you're like, how long have I been sleeping? Oh, 6 hours, but it doesn't feel like 6 hours because what I just explained to you only took me 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? But in the span of 6 hours when I was sleeping is when I think it's because I finally got a full
night's sleep.
Full night's sleep. You know me, man. You know what I mean?
You finally got a full night's sleep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you know me. I never sleep, or I get like 4 hours,
That's
five
crazy.
at max. I mean, I'm like half awake, but
bro, you really gotta. I mean, you gotta up the numbers, bro.
Oh, of sleep time.
Sleep, you gotta
I'm just until I can. I know I don't get my time back, but I just want to maximize as much as I can because it's like
you can't maximize if you ain't got no energy.
But I always have energy.
That's tough.
I'm not human.
Shut Oh man, I hate you. I hate you, man.
No, man. I'm just saying. Like I said, man. And I know people with money have time, so they have more freedom to do whatever they want.
People with money sleep less.
Oh, they do.
You'd be surprised. People
Really?
with money sleep less, yes, sir.
Because they're trying to maximize their life as much as they can.
It's just
do as much as they can.
And you gotta manage shit. Like, come on, man. It's the same as all the time. Money, more money, more problems.
Yeah.
More money, more problems.
What's the difference between less money?
The less you have, the less you're responsible for.
Yeah, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the less you have, the less you're responsible for.
Can't we just put that responsibility on people that we trust or have a job specifically set to that task?
How so?
Like you don't manage your accounts, you get an accountant to do it.
Yeah, but now you're gonna lose sleep over if that accountant's stealing your money or not.
Well, if you pay them well, they won't.
Clearly, you forgot what country you in. What the fuck?
The Empire.
Clearly, you forgot. What the hell?
Where everyone steals. I'm joking.
We all finessing. What the heck?
Shit.
We all finessing.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, come on, man.
Well, it's just like Ozark. Even though they're working
right
and getting paid well,
because it's like money doesn't just come into your lap, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like generally, money doesn't just come into your lap.
Yeah.
You usually take on responsibilities that generate you that income.
Yeah, that's true.
You're gonna be sleeping.
No.
You're gonna be sleeping nice, knowing that you're managing properties, accounts, and shit. Oh, did I accidentally do some shit? I'm not saying you have to think like that, but you can't be ignorant to that.
Yeah, just pay attention because you can give the job to somebody, but at least be be aware of what's going on.
Remember what I said. The hardest part of running a business is when you get to the point where you have to hand over responsibilities or parts of that business to someone else.
Someone else, I got you.
And that's really stressful. You see what I'm saying? Like, no one's just, okay, I have money, I can sleep. If I have this much money, I'm paying people.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm in charge of, not in charge, but like,
essentially.
I'm essential to people living their lives.
Because you're the one that's generating that revenue. So
right.
If it stops, it screws their lives over.
I have a lot of money now. Now I have a target on my back.
Yeah,
potentially. Not saying like people are coming for me,
which is why a lot of rich people have bodyguards.
Right. I'm under a microscope now. Mm-hmm. Socially, you know.
Yeah.
I'm under a microscope. Everything I say. You're not gonna come on, bro. You lose sleep. Money don't give you more sleep.
Damn.
Money don't give you more sleep.
I've been practicing this entire time.
Terrible. Shit. I'm just gonna tell my AI bot, hey,
protect me, and then go to the garage.
Do my bidding.
Yeah. Go to the garage. By the way, guys, we came out with an episode called AI Wars. If you want to check that out, we released the video on yesterday and the podcast on Tuesday. So go ahead and check that out. And we also have clips on our channel too. So if you want to see any funny stuff on there, then go ahead and check it out.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, it's just stuff like that. But getting back to that was a wild tangent.
That was
a wild tangent. Getting back to dreams. Yeah, man. Like it. When you brought that up, the first thing I thought about was the whole everything, everywhere, all at once.
Oh, yeah, we did say we were going to talk about that.
Yeah, everything, everywhere, all at once.
That movie was different.
It was good. I loved it.
That was actually the first film.
Like, that's how I see reality.
Yeah.
The way that, like, that's why I fucked with the movie so heavy.
Which is why the everything donut,
right,
the everything bagel made sense.
Right. It just made sense.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if in the end nothing matters, you know, like, at least be kind. At least love. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you understand nothing matters and all that there is in this reality is suffering, why do you want to add on to that?
Yeah, that's true. And that's why she traveled every universe to see if she can find her mom that can actually give her some semblance of that, because she understood what reality was.
Because in the end, it didn't matter what choice she made.
Yeah.
Like, none of it mattered because someone else was going to make a different choice. One version of her was going to make a different choice.
Exactly. It was just hard.
Right. But it all followed a parallel of the choice, like who she was. You see what I'm saying? She was still the same person in every single
universe. Just they each took a different path based off of one decision that created a branch, which is why they say if you change a branch in time, it creates a new timeline. Perfect example, Loki.
Right.
Like, one little thing would create a branch in a timeline, creating alternate versions or variants, as they called them. But I love that because the one that she found that actually grounded her was the one that was the worst version of herself out of the infinite amount of universes. She was so bad at doing everything that she was the
best candidate because she was the worst version she could ever be.
Exactly.
So it's like her potential was limitless.
Exactly.
Because you suck at everything. You can learn to do everything.
Exactly. Because
you know what I'm saying?
And that's why it was amazing, because we're like, man, she's so bad that she can access any of her other selves to use the abilities that they acquired in life that she never did.
Right.
And that's why when the daughter was looking for her, she's like, you are the best, the version of everybody else.
Because you're the worst one.
Because you're the worst version of yourself.
But technically, think about this. Her daughter was the worst version.
Exactly, out of all of them.
And so in the universe where she was the best version, her daughter was the worst version.
And that's why she was looking for her mom, so they can both be the worst version. Even when they were rocks. That was amazing.
That was awesome.
That was amazing.
One
I
universe,
definitely
you're
got to
a
add that
rock.
to my collection, man.
That's awesome.
But
It goes to show you that even outside of their choices, there were even bigger influences like acting on it. Like prime example, it wasn't her choice to be a rock. It's just the Earth never spawned life.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that
Because there's a version of Earth
Right.
where life never had
right.
spawned.
It's like exponential. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I would have liked them to kind of explore was like quantum immortality.
I would say they are immortal.
I know, I understand that, but like in terms of like you die, right?
Uh-huh.
But okay. Prime example, your consciousness, right? Let's say
Does it combine with the next one?
listen. Because
Yeah.
there's an alternate version where you always make a separate decision. Therefore, you always exist. Right?
Yeah.
Now, what if your consciousness is connected to that quantum system of, okay, prime example. Let's say it says press this button. You have a 50% chance of dying when you hit the button and a 50% chance of not dying. You hit the button, you're still alive. But in another universe, you hit the button and died.
What happens to that consciousness? Or that
No. But you're still conscious.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it just...
Yeah. So if I could hit the button 1,000,000 times and never die, because in another universe,
that other person will die.
we'll die.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
understand what you're saying.
So it's like that aspect of like quantum immortality. You know what I'm saying? They went like the multiverse route, which I can understand were like branching universes, but that can also branch universes as well.
But again, too, the only thing... I thought what you were going to say was this. Because you're saying in one universe... Because I look at it from the Jet Li movie, The One. Every time one of his... they would go to infinite universes, right? Every time the bad version of himself killed a person from a different universe, their energies would go into him.
Right.
And then he would become stronger.
Like it's one collective conscious.
Exactly. It's just separated
It's just
through
separated
different universes.
Through different universes.
Yes.
That's why like you can have
Deja vu.
bouts of deja vu.
Yes.
Or that gut feeling.
Or you lived this experience before,
Right.
but
in a different timeline.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like prime example, you could have lived an experience, when you were 4 years old, but in an alternate reality, you won't live that experience until you're 20.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
So it's still going to happen, just at a different time.
Right.
That's
But your consciousness is still
connected.
That's
why I was saying, because a lot of people are saying, what do they call it, reincarnation or rebirth or whatever you want to call it. So that's why I was saying, that's why I was thinking, based off of the One film, every time Jet Li's bad self would kill an alternate version of himself, their energies would
just merge
with him, and he would become stronger. And basically, he'd go to every single universe to murder all of them, knowing that they'd become one. Essentially, it made sense because you would literally become the one, God, like you're infinite.
You're the ultimate version of
yourself, exactly.
Right.
By taking. So he was essentially just taking all his consciousness that were separated and all his energies and just bringing it into one of himself.
Right.
And that's how I'm looking at it. That's why I was wondering, like you were saying with the 50-50 chance, if that energy, if you did kill yourself in that, because remember the daughter would go to each universe and try to show her mom everything, but each of them would die because it collapsed under the fact that there was
too much
to handle.
Right.
Would it be that way with that? So the mom, so when she was in the janitor's closet and then the daughter killed her, did that consciousness jump into her mom?
Well, that's the thing. That's from the perspective of her being omnipotent.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but in the perspective of me, just a regular
Joe
Schmo, I don't have that access to that higher dimension.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's taking place when I hit the button. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I have,
we can theorize.
We can theorize, but I have no idea. But it's like, if there's math to prove that that is possible, you see what I'm saying? Or there's equations to look at a paradox like that. Why not say it's possible? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like you say, everything is a choice, right?
Yeah. Depending on the action, that's the direction that it leads you.
But those choices don't matter because they were always going to happen.
And like you said, it doesn't matter what route you go, you're always going to end up in the same point in time.
You were supposed to. Like, there's another version of you that made the opposite choice.
Yeah.
You just happen to be the other side of it.
The other side of it. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like
if you were to date somebody, your version of yourself broke up with her, but another version decided to stay
with her.
Yeah. So then, the decisions that was made will rather lead to a happy life with happy children, or miserable life with happy children, or being single and being able to be successful in what you do, and then later on finding that person that you were looking for. But at the end of the day, it's still going to lead to.
But the way they explained it was just like, it's the same timeline, but just different checkpoints. She was always going to be with her husband.
Yes.
Whether it was earlier or later.
Because it's a fixed point in time.
Because it's right. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But the decisions she made to get to that point were completely different.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
It's just that the only consequences to some of those was she didn't have a child.
Right. Like, if we have this concept of time, that means in every universe, the concept of time is the same. We just choose different choices. Now, unless physics is completely different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then okay. Like, you could have one universe where time doesn't exist, or gravity doesn't, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Where they even had people with sausage fingers.
That was crazy.
They had people with hot dog fingers that squirted mustard and ketchup, which was fucking weird. And then they played everything with their feet.
Yeah, they learned how to get really good with their feet.
So everyone played piano. They would cut food and all that stuff like that. It was weird. I'm glad they didn't go any weirder than that.
Yeah, I didn't want it. Yeah, but then again, it was pretty.
It was funny.
It was pretty entertaining.
It was funny but weird. But it kind of gave you people who like literally analyze and dissect the film. It really gave you a different perspective of how you perceive your reality and what you.
Yeah,
and
like your choices.
Yeah, your choices,
and stuff like that.
And how your choices have different consequences.
It's like in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
In the history of the universe, do your choices matter?
And they do.
They matter to you, but like
to everybody else, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Even your closest friends.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Because they have their own choices to make as their own person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, yeah, you can say your choices affect other people, but they also have the choice to stay your friend, to
that's
help
true.
you out, cut you off. And that's just a bunch of competing, you know, like dualities, like quantum systems, where there are infinite choices that each individual person makes, you know, that merge into one specific timeline.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, even though you can make the same choice in 100 universes, your friend could make a different choice in one of those universes.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, that's where it's like it gets really crazy.
Technical.
Like, that's the shit I be thinking
and
about.
And that's the thing too. You gotta like literally sit down and have a conversation. This is like a 2-3 hour conversation with a whole bunch of people that are willing to listen to where your perspective is and where you're coming from.
Talk to a scientist about this.
Yeah,
or like a physicist or something about this.
I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson. That'd be amazing.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be a crazy conversation. Because the way that
That's
man
how I
moves.
know I'm in the good universe.
Yeah.
We get an interview with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh
What the
yeah,
fuck?
that'd be amazing.
I'm in the best version of. Then again, I don't know.
Because he's the best version of himself, or
Yeah,
to
true.
us, he is here. But we've never met the worst version of himself.
Of Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, see what that movie's teaching you, Jeff.
Hmm.
That's the thing.
But would he still have the same intuition?
Yes, because no, not every universe though. Because
Right.
remember, when she jumped into the office, she was miserable in the copy machine, and then when the guy was like doing the whole weird sex thing, like she was miserable cleaning his office too. So
Oh yeah,
it was
that's
like
true.
certain things in certain universes she was miserable.
So she was just she was miserable in all the universes.
Yeah, she was. Even though she was a karate master.
Yeah, she was miserable in all the universes because in the universe she was a karate master, became a movie star. She was lonely.
Yeah, because she didn't have, and that's when she met.
Right, she got everything
That she
wanted,
wanted.
fame, but she was lonely. And then in one universe, she got the family. She's not lonely, She doesn't have the fame. She's broke.
She's broke.
You see what I'm saying?
And then there's a universe where she divorced her husband.
Right.
Blah blah blah. So I mean, I see what you're saying.
Right. Like you see how there's slight variations.
Mm-hmm.
Like 100 universe, she marries her husband.
Yeah.
But then out of those 3 universes, she divorces him.
You know why? Because and he tried to make it work too. I've noticed that, but he's the one that initiated the divorce, not her. Because every time he tried to put a spark in the relationship or say let's take a vacation, all we do is the laundromat and stay home. We don't do anything else. And then you can't accept that my daughter is gay.
But
blah
you
blah
notice
blah.
how like she was always out of it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
She was thinking about something.
She was always out of it. Like she's just thinking of different outcomes of what if.
Yeah, what if I left my
What if I
husband?
had
Like
done
like
this?
when
What
she
if I had
like
done
when she
this?
was a movie star, she was like, man, can I go back to the universe where I left my husband? But at the end, you ended up being with him again,
Right.
so it didn't even matter.
That's true. But like, usually you gotta find one thing that's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And like I could think about it like that way. Like one thing that I would find consistent in this life is probably consistent in all my lives.
Of course.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's like I said, if I still have the same intuition, the same thought process,
Then you're gonna be doing.
I can identify.
Yeah.
You know, whether even though I make a bad choice, I can reflect on that choice. You know, and learn my lesson from that and keep moving.
Well, again, too, like you said, even though all of you guys are gonna make different choices, it's gonna lead you to the same outcome. Whether, like you said, it would be the same,
just in a different fashion
or point in your life.
Right.
So it's not like let's say you're the worst version of yourself, and
that'd be amazing. It's like, wow. It doesn't get lower than this.
Nah.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It doesn't get lower than... Bro, if I'm the worst version of myself and it doesn't get lower than this, I'm proud of me.
Then you just gotta...
I'm proud of me because I must be freaking Zeus up there, bro. I must be Zeus in another universe. Chill out, bro. What the heck?
You just gotta figure out how to access your other selves.
That'd be crazy. Like, what the heck? Because this ain't bad. I love this life. If I love this reality, shoot, I can only imagine.
Same.
I can only imagine, bro.
Same.
It's like, how do we process that? You feel me? Like, even, like, because we can't, there's some things outside of our scope of just, it's way beyond our understanding.
It's bigger than this.
Right. It's bigger than everything you ever understand. So it's like, even if I had that opportunity to really explore the multiverse, it's like, can my brain handle it? Or is there another way of experiencing the universe without physically being conscious?
Doctor Who?
Well, he's a completely different being. You see what I'm saying? And even then, you can't.
Well, again, too, like he told her at the beginning, he said, "Don't seal the cracks. Don't try to do it all at once, or you're gonna spread your consciousness throughout the other yous, and that's dangerous because then you'll lose it." And that's what her husband from.
Don't seal the cracks.
No, seal the cracks. Yeah, that's what I said. Right. Seal the cracks.
Because then you'll find yourself floating out there.
Yeah, and he's from the Alpha universe too.
Going on autopilot. Yeah, bro. I feel it.
And that's what she was doing. She was going on autopilot. And literally talking to,
bro.
But that's what the daughter was trying to make her do the whole time. Don't seal the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
You literally spread your consciousness throughout all the multiverse, and then after that you can access them all at once. That's like when she was able to talk to the chick in the laundromat, go back to the husband that got stabbed with the glass when they were still in the office. I mean, she was able to talk to her daughter at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
Jeez, that's crazy. Oh man, I wish they would have like shown a way to just like merge your consciousness. Then again, like prime example, even she couldn't handle it because she's human.
Yeah,
her brain can't exist all at once. She can only experience segments
of it. Exactly.
That's tough. That sucks.
But that's why the daughter kind of lost her mind, because she was
right. Because
everywhere
you're just hopping into a conversation that
you don't know
don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or you're in a setting, like let's say you freaking brain or conscious transfer to a universe where you're in a meeting,
and you're like, shit, I don't have their memories, I don't know their names or anything like that, because you're not that original person of that universe. So
that's true.
Unless you can access the memories and then start having continue the conversation.
So everything branched off from Alphaverse?
Yes.
Huh. Because if she left with her husband from China, like... Yeah, that's true, because even her dad... Well, was her dad proud of her in Alphaverse?
No.
Same thing.
Dad was disappointed. He's like, I'm sorry you have a daughter, not a son.
That's crazy. They're like, it's a girl. I'm like, damn.
Yes, you had a daughter.
I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Damn.
Disowned before she can even walk.
Dishonored. Oh yeah, and they had. I'm pretty sure that was during one child.
Yep, the one child ever.
That's dope.
No, but that was good, man. Like I said, that was a very interesting movie. I liked it. It was different, and I understood what was going on. Like, you know how when I watch a film, I'm very neutral. Like, I don't say anything. I just keep watching it. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm watching an Avengers movie, I get excited and all that stuff like that, because it's like mindless action.
Word.
But if I'm watching a thought-provoking film like Inceptions,
I got paused it a couple times. You gonna hate me watching some
Inceptions, Tenet,
some deep type movies.
You still need to watch Tenet.
I'll be pausing that shit so I can rack my brain around how crazy this shit is.
I need you, when I tell you, Jeff, you need to watch Tenet. You need to watch Tenet.
I still haven't watched Tenet. That's crazy.
You still haven't watched Tenet. And I have it on Blu-ray here. And we have a PlayStation 4.
We do?
Yes.
It's on Netflix? No. HBO Max?
HBO Max.
Right, because they did the dual stream.
But I don't know if they're taking out everything, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But you ain't taking out no Christopher Nolan movies.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He's like your cash cow.
Come on, bro. You crazy.
His next is Oppenheimer.
You're crazy. Oh, yeah. Has that dropped yet? No, that dropped.
Nope. Summer. July.
I thought that was a Valentine's Day movie.
Nah, July. He's trying to make it close to like July.
A blockbuster type
He's trying to make it like an American summer movie.
Was Christopher Nolan also Interstellar?
Yep. Wrote and directed, and he got Neil deGrasse Tyson to give him the theory on inside a black hole with that other Asian.
Or to map the sky.
To map the sky.
Because that one interview he had where he's like, I went to go see Titanic.
Yep.
And that point in time in which they were sailing across the North Atlantic, the sky was wrong.
Is and that
that's
the minute details that he looks for.
I feel it, bro.
So that's why he asked him, while I make this film, can you do that for me?
Yeah. I feel it. Nah, and that's how I watch a movie. I'm like, this is like, what was it? Moonfall. Jeez.
We are not discussing that garbage.
That's crazy.
Humans are so advanced, they went
crazy.
back in time.
Oh, that was so crazy. That was so crazy.
Oh, man.
I couldn't. I couldn't, man. But yeah, because like they mentioned something in the beginning of Everything Everywhere. What was this like? And I feel like everyone can say yes to this, but it's just like different for them. The experience was different. It was just like those a point, like a moment or span of time within the last decade where you just felt something was off.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we stepped through a door of just like...
You have a moment, you're like...
Of bullshit.
This doesn't feel right.
Right. For me,
yeah,
it was after 2016. 2016 was such a peak year.
It was because none of the bullshit was happening.
Everything was
like
such
literally
a peak
from 2010 to 2015, 2016, nothing was wrong. And then something, like you said, something shifted. And then everything changed.
Right. It just felt off. It just felt off. I remember I looked at my coworker. I think this was after the election. I looked at my coworker Terry when I was working meat department when I was at Publix way back in. And I was like, doesn't something feel off, bro? And he's like, I don't know what you mean. I'm like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like, and I quote, like, I do not bullshit you because, you know, I just be saying some random bullshit because I've thought about it a long time. I was like, I just feel like there's going to be a huge global geopolitical shift. And I just kind of started seeing signs with a lot of the during that time there was a lot of civilian uprisings in a lot of countries happening.
Yeah, that's true.
You saw a lot of strongman leaders kind of come up to bat, and it just felt weird, man. It just felt really weird, you know. And I don't know, because like I always talk about America influences the world, or our geopolitics influences the world, and that in turn influences the population. And I don't mean like directly, but the things we do around the world have chain reactions in which other governments have to either abide by or, you know, like challenge, I guess, you know, or combat. Or it's like on the other side of the world, it's the stop the Western ideology from creeping here.
Oh yeah, stop!
You know
don't let it bleed to where we're at because,
you know, and I just felt like it was just different. And then I think that's when when did TikTok come out? 2019.
Was it 2019?
Yeah, we gotta
hold on.
Yeah, ask
release date of TikTok.
Yeah, what I want to know when that dropped.
Let's see when this happened.
Really? It wasn't at the top of the search?
Release date of TikTok.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
September 2016.
That's what I said. September 2016. Something just felt off.
And that's literally when the entire world was literally connected.
It was 2016. Like, I don't know. It was just peak as fuck. You know, everything just felt too good. Like, we were riding a high, like, way too good. You know what I'm saying? And then, I don't know.
Crashed.
And then, like, I don't know.
Like you said, the geopolitical
society's morals just went down the drain.
Yep.
We just stopped caring about people. And I think...
What did they shift the care to, though?
I don't know.
Was it things? Was it ideologies? I mean, what was it?
I don't know.
Because literally, like, all these groups are coming out, these organizations
Right.
that are doing things for the wrong reasons, taking money for the wrong reasons. Like, I mean,
Right.
like what?
Like everything just started coming out. The friggin' skeleton closet. All
Yeah.
the skeletons started coming out.
And
the
then they
closet.
didn't give a shit anymore. It's like they used
When-
to hide it,
Right.
and then now it's like whatever. I don't care anymore.
Right.
And then TikTok just connected the entire world.
Right.
Like
It just showed us
Yeah.
everything.
Like what was the name of that? Vine.
Fine.
Vine didn't connect the entire world. It just connected people in your region.
Right.
So TikTok,
Yeah. TikTok was. I don't know. I'm not saying TikTok is
it's a necessary
at
evil
fault, but like that was just one symptom of that. You know,
of the many.
of the many. And then I think in that span of time, that's when like the Epstein Island list came out.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Of
saying?
who went and came.
Right. It was
Uh,
just weird.
The mysterious
dude. Yeah.
suicides. People talking
shit was
about
weird.
more mysterious things. Now we're talking about UAPs.
Right.
And it's like,
I think 2016 was when they started declassifying like nukes and shit,
mm-hmm,
and they started declassifying a whole bunch of crap.
doing documentaries.
And I was
on
like,
them.
like this is stuff we always knew was true, but you lied to us
But and called us crazy.
and called us crazy and
Yeah.
blah, blah blah blah, and then you release it and it's just like,
Oh,
it's been true the whole time.
sorry for calling you crazy, buddy.
It was true the whole time. Everything you thought was just true the whole time. And you just started seeing a lot more. And I guess TikTok helped and hurt us in that aspect because it was just like, it made people talk about things that you couldn't just say out there.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But if enough people were saying it,
Like everything became a conspiracy.
yeah. And
You know.
unless the government did an official release.
Right. Everything became a conspiracy. And not even like in terms of like rabbit hole type shit. Like it just made you question everything.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I just always had that feeling. Like I knew exactly when, like
Shit was about to change.
everything just felt off, dude. Everything
No,
just felt
even
off.
even with what we discussed the last several episodes with the whole chicken thing and just
right.
and then people aren't getting paid
Right.
enough, and then the inflation.
And you can ask my
all
friends.
that.
You can ask my friends. Pandemic started. So 2019, December something 2019. And then
We started hearing about it, and then March was
Yeah.
the peak of it.
And then my friends never heard the end of this. Every single time I come into the crib when we'd meet up for Taco Tuesday and stuff, 2020 is going to be bullshit. 2020 is the start of bullshit. And they're like, Jeff, shut up. I'm like, I promise you, the 20s are the decade of bullshit. You about to see some shit you ain't never heard of or thought of
before.
before. Like, you're just going to... And yeah, it's vague, and I'm not clairvoyant. I can't give you specifics. I'm just like, you're just going to hear a bunch of bullshit news. And, you know, it was just weird, man. It was just weird. And then the fact that they made us all stay home.
Well,
You know.
I couldn't stay home.
No, you didn't?
No, remember.
Didn't they limit the hours?
They closed the stores at 7,
I believe that, yeah.
but then
Yeah.
they opened them at 8 or 9, and then they closed them at 7.
Right. Well, it's like we need
To
to put
limit the
everyone in their
exposure.
homes so they don't see what we're doing out in broad day.
Broad daylight. Yeah.
We need to put everyone in their
But then the internet and cameras came in, and it's like, oh, we can't hide it anymore, guys.
Well, everything's on camera. Everything's on camera.
You can't even take a piss without somebody
It's probably secret
recording
cameras.
you.
Yeah, you know how they always, oh yeah, someone was recording. It's like sometimes, like now, if there's like a national crime case or something like that, yeah, man, where the hell is that camera?
That's true. That's
Like, it's
true.
not CCTV from like a store or something. It's like,
So even if
you
even,
parked your car on the corner of this street right here,
and then you just happen to
and the
record
camera,
this,
Jesse Smollett,
yeah, they call him on camera.
they caught him on, like,
Oh, it's the same thing with the cop beat. down.
that's random as fuck,
Yeah.
dude. That's crazy. So it's like, you never know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? And it's for national security. You see what I'm saying?
Bro.
It's for national security. I just felt like, I don't know.
Well, like we always say, man, just be aware what's going on around you, and don't fall into that not victim mindset, but don't get caught up and be blindsided because you don't think it would affect you or happen to you. That's all I would say.
No, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, man. So it's just stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I feel like something bigger to our consciousness.
There is.
But like, I don't want to be on some like.
You don't look crazy.
Eh. Damn.
Because that's what the world will label
It's
you
tough.
as. It is tough.
But it's like they try to hush us with logic, but even their logic is flawed. It's like tailored.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? They try to explain everything away.
Well, a perfect example was with the whole. This is a good example. Remember the Chinese balloon?
Right.
What did
right.
the newscaster try to say? Oh, are you sure it wasn't the Chinese instead of the UAP?
this is what they've been spotting with the UAP. Like
Are
the
you
UAP.
serious?
Okay.
Human beings are. I'm not saying human beings. Some people are really like that to the point where they have to explain something away, even though the government is saying that's what it is. Look how fast it was moving. They couldn't even catch up to it with a fighter jet. But
Oh yeah, that's funny. Right. Oh, like plants in the media.
yeah,
That ask the right questions
Questions.
to deter
the
any suspicions.
exactly. And
I got you. I get what you're saying. It's not directly coming from those in charge or like the Department of Defense.
Exactly.
It's like I'm going to prep this question
Mhm.
to then dilute the suspicion of
UAP.
oh,
Or
maybe those UAPs you guys been freaking out about were actually Chinese balloons.
Then
I got you. I got you.
you see how crazy that is, though.
Yeah, I got you.
So it's either she is aware and has to do that, or she really is just doesn't want to accept the fact that there's something otherworldly that they cannot control because that's what
I don't know. Your media, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, come on, man. If you're in it, if you're in media, you're not gonna. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna work according to what their plan is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like Jeff. There are bad actors. There's like people who are contrarian just to be contrarian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could know the right answer, but just
You have to say what they want you
come
to say.
on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Kevin Hart and Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Come on,
That
man.
was a perfect example. He saved her.
Come on, bro.
He saved her.
Like, be for real.
I mean, come on.
Be for real.
That's what it is. He saved her. That's a good thing. He's like, nah, stop talking about it.
All right.
So,
All right.
no, but I see what you're saying.
It's not people are stupid. They're just afraid of truth. That's what it is. But I don't even want to say truth.
Don't
They're
they
afraid
always
of reality.
I was about to say, doesn't the
Not-
truth
not-
set you free?
Not truth, because truth is different, bro.
Yeah.
Truth is different. Because there are many objective truths we believed back in the day that are no longer true.
Well, like they say too, well, not they, like the movie The Matrix said too, if humans wanted to be free, they would have released themselves from the Matrix a long time ago. But they choose not to because they accept the reality.
Okay, all right. Since we want to go, what is the Matrix to you, sir?
The Matrix?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just talking about the movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were like okay. I'm sorry, my fault.
I literally
thought you were on
said the
some,
movie.
I thought you were on some Andrew Tate shit, bro. I was like, wait, what?
Fuck no.
I'm like, I'm not gonna let a movie.
what the fuck?
I'm not gonna let a movie define my life.
No.
But I get you. I
Yeah.
get you. I'm sorry.
What's
I'm
what's
sorry. I got you.
what's the name of that bald guy from the movie?
Morpheus.
No, the white bald guy. He's like, you see this steak? I know the steak isn't real, but my brain is telling me it's real.
It's real?
He's like, if I had a chance to take the red pill or the blue pill, I'd take the blue pill and be fine with eating this steak.
Mm-hmm.
He says the biggest issue is if we wanted to escape this reality we would have, but we choose not to because we're okay with what it is. That's what I was. Yeah, I was referencing the movie, not Andrew Tate.
You're
bro.
okay being.
Hey man, stop trying to give me cancer.
What you mean,
Nigga? I ain't talking about no Andrew Tate. I'm talking about the actual movie with Keanu Reeves.
Oh man, I'm dead.
You
People are afraid of truth. People are afraid of reality.
Reality, exactly.
And they can't accept, and they can't take that because that's a big
That's a huge step.
Yeah, it's a big.
It's
It's
like
a big step.
It's like leaving your comfort zone and saying,
yeah.
I'm going to go to an entire new area that I don't know anybody and try new things or do new things. It's like that.
Right.
Or it's like if somebody says, let's do this, a small example. Oh, I need you to come in and work today. And you're just like, okay, even though you don't want to go. Sometimes I'll say, just say no.
Right.
You don't have to make an excuse. Just say, I don't want to go.
No. Why you gotta lie?
Yeah.
You know what lies entail.
Mm-hmm.
More lies.
Yeah.
More stress.
You know what that means?
More problems.
And you gotta remember the lie.
You gotta remember
Fuck
the lie.
that.
That's bullshit.
Exactly.
I'm not wasting cognitive space for more lies. What the heck? I'd rather use my imagination on some art.
It's exhausting.
Not lies. What the heck?
It's exhausting.
That's crazy. It's tiring. It's exhausting.
It's exhausting. I think that's why people gravitate towards us because we're always
understand your reality is choice based.
Mm-hmm.
Understand the potential outcomes of the choices you make.
Yep.
Live with those choices.
Yep.
Accept them
because those choices have consequences.
Yes. Learn from them, whether they're good or bad. Whether you'll make the same choice again.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but that's
come on, man.
That's how I see it. I mean, like you said, you're right. I agree with that. Most people are afraid of reality, which is why they choose to pretend to be something that they're not.
Right. I'm not gonna say truth because I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know.
Everybody's truth is my truth.
I don't know. History's written by the winners.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Do you just want me to accept that? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything I'm reading in my textbooks was written by winners.
Yep. So they can skew the...
Everything we learn in school is written by winners. Whether they won ethically or not. Yep. They won.
And then they cut out all the bad parts.
You're right. Mm-hmm. All the bad shit they did. Mm-hmm. They cut out all the bad shit they did.
It's like if we were to go to a different country and read their history books.
Right.
They're only going to paint what they did very well and not paint what they did.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't say people are afraid of truth. There's no truth. There's only reality.
This is
reality. Reality is choice-based with consequences. That's it. The only thing you can do is accept them and learn.
What do we call that, Jeff? Accountability. Yes, sir.
Well, it starts with accountability.
Yes, sir.
It starts with accountability. You know? But it takes critical thinking to learn from all your choices.
All your choices.
All your choices.
Once you accept your mistakes and
you make a good choice, you gotta and it provides good results.
Like I said, once you accept your bad decisions and your choices and you choose to correct them, then you can move on from there.
Right.
I mean,
or serve as a guide for others.
I saw a quick reel of Jim Carrey. He was on Fox, and they're asking Jim. They're like, Jim, when you're outside of movies or Hollywood, like, how do you act? He's like, I act like myself. He said, I don't. When I see a fan, I don't take a picture with him because a picture is forever. You see what I'm saying? You get stuck in time in that picture. What I ask him when I see him is, how's your day? How are you doing? What are you doing today? I'm doing well, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I don't... and of course, he's like, of course, I'm funny and all that stuff like that. But other than that, I'll just be myself. I don't have to pretend to be... He's like, I don't have to pretend to be what...
I don't have to act.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I don't have to pretend or act in a manner that... media wants you to act. I'm just myself. And remember when he had that little existential back in the early 2010s, and then he stopped making movies and all that stuff like that. That's because he was trying to figure out who he was and find himself. And when he came back,
That's
phenomenal on that on Sonic the Hedgehog. The
Yes,
movie.
sir.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
Now he knows what he wants out of life.
exactly, and he doesn't care whether
That's
he
it.
gets a movie or not.
That's it. Know what you want.
Know what you want. Exactly.
And understand the choices you have to make to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Some people are still learning.
Well, we're always learning. It'd suck if you just had all the information all at once. Then what's the point? What's the point of anything if you just knew everything all at once?
Damn.
Right?
Pull a Doctor Who.
Right? If you know everything all at once, that's the joy of living. You get to learn. You can infinitely learn within the time.
Everything
Guaranteed.
always.
I don't know, that was a contradiction. You can infinitely learn within the time that is given to you. Oh man.
That's amazing.
That's why whatever happens to the base energy running my body and my consciousness after I go, I hope I can experience another version of consciousness. Yes. Like this is this version of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, physical reality. I can touch, interact with space.
You know, it's so
And
crazy too
objects.
because you had deGrasse Tyson's theory on we are everyone. We are.
Oh, that little short story.
Yeah, we are the embodiment of everyone living a different experience until we learn everything and then we become one.
That's why I said like the whole connected consciousness.
Yeah, that would be amazing if that's what it was.
Like everyone is individual parts of a collective consciousness.
You are a
You know what I'm
cog
saying?
in the machine.
But then it's like, what does it take to build that single consciousness if we are still here and people are continuously dying? Like, what are you building towards? What is the end result? Is it something
That's a good
outside
question.
of our realm of comprehension? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, within this realm of consciousness, you experience through your senses.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after you die, what is there to experience? Like, what senses do you have to experience?
And that's the unknown.
Or is
part
this just one version
of many?
of many? You see what I'm saying? Like, in this universe, the thing that exists beyond space and time that you can't calculate
Yeah.
is love.
Yeah, that's true.
But love is only a concept humans understand.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you can calculate the distance between galaxies and stars.
That's
and
mathematical.
shit. Right. You know, even to your toothpaste. Why is it toothpaste? How is it toothpaste?
Mm-hmm.
You know, where is it toothpaste?
Mm-hmm.
You know, who is and isn't toothpaste? What is and what isn't toothpaste?
Toothpaste, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is structured and calculable. But with love,
That's the anomaly.
it's anomalous. Like, how do you
What is it?
quantify it? How do you calculate it?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Just like consciousness.
How do
and
you
a soul.
program it? You could program logic.
Mm-hmm.
You can simulate feelings. You know what I'm saying? But deep down, everyone knows a robot or an AI or an inanimate object can't love them.
Mm-hmm.
They can love it, but it will never know
What love is.
what love is.
It can simulate it.
You see what I'm saying? You can love your car, your camera, your shoes, your phone. But your shoes and your phone don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Can they
No.
reciprocate it?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
They simulate it.
Right. But you still, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going down my own
A rabbit hole.
rabbit hole.
Alright.
You know, it's just stuff like that. But
Final thoughts?
final thoughts. Final thoughts, man. Jeez.
It's a lot.
Final thoughts.
Went from dream interpretations to the multiverse theory. But
I never have final thoughts because I'll have another thought after that.
just keep it at that final thought.
You know, that's why I say my piece within the time that I'm given.
Yeah, you're given.
Right.
Yeah, I get
You know, because final thought, you know. I think the final thought I'll have is right before I die. And apparently that's a big ass rock. Apparently that's a big ass rock. That was my final thought. That's
awesome,
crazy.
But again, too, like you said, we're all different. Like I said, man, I guess I'm gonna die.
Right.
That's literally what always goes through
I
my
wasn't
mind.
even thinking about that. I wasn't even thinking about life or death.
No,
Like even in the moment,
that's a big ass
my
rock.
mind was still focused on I'm living and I'm observing this rock. So to me, that's a big ass rock.
Mm-hmm.
Not I'm going to die or man, I lived a good life. It was that's a big ass rock. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, hey, you know, and maybe in that quantum moment,
you were about to transfer to somewhere else.
the other me
Died.
ate that rock.
Yeah.
The other
you not only ate the rock, because the way you reacted was different, because it impacted, but you didn't like, oh my God, let me swerve off the road.
I was just, you got to understand, my state of mind wasn't fear. It was like I was continuing my day. It's like if I had died there, my spirit would have continued driving to work.
Yeah.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah, I understand.
At that moment, that's how I felt. Like nothing happened. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And then the rest of that, I was just like autopilot. I wasn't even in the moment. Like I wasn't even like, you know, I guess you could say that's shock, but that's me in every situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when I've had a knife to my neck, it's just, you know, autopilot. I see death, autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's just I don't know. That's why it's like I don't know. I feel like there's a higher being, like a higher state of being.
He's like, I'm testing this nigga. He ain't folding.
But it goes back to the, yeah, man. Like, and that's what kind of made me question the whole quantum immortality. Because it's like when I had time to think about it, I'm like, there could theoretically be another version where that rock,
where that version of you did eat it.
But was I that version that ate the rock?
No. Because like you said, the rock hit your window but didn't go through. There's another version where the rock hit the window and it went through. And there's another version where the rock missed you completely.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
So that's
there's another version where I woke up on time.
Exactly.
and didn't even see the rock.
And missed the rock. Exactly.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There's another version of you.
Man.
There's another version of you where the rock fell off, but you were like 10 feet back, and then you just had to swerve around it.
There's another version where it hit the car in front of me.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's facts.
So,
you know, it's fun to think about that, but I'll never get too absorbed into it.
No,
because
rabbit hole.
You gotta be present, sir. You gotta be present. Time is happening now.
That's true.
Time is happening now.
So is that your final thought, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Take us home, sir.
It's about that time, guys.
It's about that time.
Guys, thank you for joining us at the tabletop. If you want to catch our episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. And if you want to catch our ugly mugs on Wednesdays and Fridays, we are on YouTube, One Word Tabletop Topics. We also have our Triple T's Clips channel and our TikTok channel. So if you click on the little short versions of it, it'll take you to the full podcast. You can click on the and we have timestamps now, so now you can click on specific sections that you want to watch, focused on the points of the show that we talked about. And if you have any comments, let us know. We might be able to speak on the subject that you want us to talk about. Also, that was random. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. But guys, thank you for joining us at the tabletop. You guys have a good day, night, weekend, and or evening.
See ya.
Thank you. subscribe,